All right, welcome back to the stream. Well, welcome back to another video Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first one, we're going to talk about this Tesla EV tax credit from the US government. This whole March 2023 thing, what's been going on? Has there been an update? I know there's a lot of questions on what's going on. Like, if you take delivery now, what is the case? Will you get the $7,500 tax credit? Will you not? Like, will the IRS just release details and kind of screw everybody all at the same time? So we will definitely talk about it for a little bit, but we're going to go into a variety of topics today, including maybe a new Tesla Model Y comfort suspension, hardware 4.0, a Tesla drag race, and much, much more. But before we get into that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description. If you want to support the channel and get the best financing rates and interest rates, definitely check it out. And thank you to my latest Patreon members, Shri, Alex, Sachin, Sean. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the Patreon. Thank you for supporting. And, I definitely appreciate it. So thank you. But let us jump into it. So if you don't know right now, there is a federal tax credit, $7,500 federal tax credit on the Model 3 and Model Y. Any vehicle, any new Tesla Model 3 or Model Y that you can buy right now from Tesla. It doesn't matter what type of price point it is. It doesn't matter how much you want to load it up with all the options. You can even get a $15,000 full self-driving option. Still a-okay at the end of the day. But, for a while, there's been this date out there. You can see here around the website, it says this credit amount is in effect for deliveries, specifically deliveries. So it has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with when you order it. It has nothing to do with when you submitted your deposit, but it has everything to do with when you actually take delivery of a vehicle. And technically, as the tax law says, it's when you take delivery and or when you place the vehicle into service. So, there's a debate on that right now for sure, on like what does placing in service actually mean. But that's a whole another topic at the end of the day. So there's right now, so you have to take delivery. That's technically how it is. You have to take delivery by 2023. And for a while, we've been floating this date on that sometime that in March of 2023, the IRS and the Treasury could change the guidelines. And what those guidelines are is, with the EV tax rate, this new tax rate of $7,500, it's broken into two parts, $3,750 and $3,750. The TLDR is that it's based on critical battery minerals and where the battery components are manufactured. But because, the IRS, for whatever reason, it needed to delay guidelines, they told everybody that they were going to delay this guidelines on the battery components and critical minerals until March. And so here's an article from Reuters. Here's another one from CNBC, and basically says, that they're delaying this guidelines. And so it's not up to Tesla's control. It's really the government at the end of the day, and they could release it at any time. Right now it is March 2nd. So it could be tomorrow. It could be at the end of this month. We really have no idea. But the one thing that's for sure is you should be comfortable taking delivery of your Tesla right now, today, tomorrow, or really up to when the IRS releases those guidelines. I know that's kind of scary, right? Maybe double check the IRS websites every single day right before you take delivery if you want to be sure. I mean, you can for sure bet we will try and announce it as quick as possible, and so will probably a lot of the Tesla community at the same time. But even if you don't want to, wait for the powers to be, before you take delivery, if you want to just be absolutely extra sure, here is the website on the IRS website that they will release the news, or they will release the information. They released it here last time when this page went up on December 28th, where they had the list of the Model Ys and Model 3s that became eligible. And they always release a bunch of stuff on this page, as they decide to release information day after day and time after time. So This is certainly the website. Maybe just favorite it. And the one place I like to look at is, if you just go to the IRS.gov homepage.com, you can see there's a news section where they release certain articles here and there. But I think the easiest way is maybe even going to the homepage and scrolling down to the bottom right here, where you can see clean vehicle tax credit. This is also news and announcements, and so they'll probably post this here because it's a pretty hot topic, and I imagine a lot of people are going to be interested in wanting to know ASAP. I mean, you can even try calling the IRS. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that before the next video goes out, so we can try and get a little bit of more clarification. But I wouldn't say leave it up to Tesla to update their website very quickly, because that's a little anxious. And then I'm not sure if I would trust like a Tesla advisor, right? Because they might not also know the up-to-date information as well. But we're starting to get reports that people are getting mixed answers. So like, here's a comment I got a day ago on one of my videos. It says, "Hey, I just got my Tesla today. The staff who was there mentioned that the Tesla tax credit expired as of yesterday night. I was surprised. I am not sure if it is true." We already know that it's not true. And then someone else jumped in and said, "Not true. Many of the Tesla employees don't know what they're talking about." And then the same person said, "Talk to Tesla today, and they said if I take delivery before any changes are made, I will still get the credit." And that's kind of how we understand it right now. So as long as the IRS, it's IRS, not Tesla. As long as the IRS does not release any sort of news or anything like that, then I would just sit tight at the moment and not worry about it so much. Because if it does changes, it is what it is at that point. Like if it doesn't get the full 7,500, if it just gets 3,750, I feel like Tesla will do something, that's for sure, to try and adjust it in terms of the pricing. But hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's not confusing. Basically, it's you can take delivery until the IRS changes their guidelines, and you'll get the full 7,500. If they change it, then we'll know a different story at that point. And of course, it's based on vehicle delivery, not vehicle order fee, date, or vehicle submission, anything like that. So hopefully that clears it up for you. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. Good luck to everybody that's out there with pending delivery dates. That's for sure. I know there's probably a lot of you out there that maybe have a delivery date end of this month, or maybe even next month, the first month of next quarter. But there's certainly going to be a big rush, that's for sure, at the end of this month. We already started to see a bunch of Model Ys get loaded to the website. From yesterday, you can see there's 195 brand new Model Ys still eligible for sale. And on the Model 3 side, there's 186 Model 3s eligible for sale. And we're starting to see more discounts as well. Model 3 certainly has a handful of demo discounts. So, it's getting there, that's for sure. But hopefully that makes a lot of sense. Hopefully, if you have any questions, drop it in the comments, drop it in the live streams. We'll get to those questions, that's for sure, because that's the benefit of the live stream. But before we get into our next topic, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them could actually schedule a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including credit unions and banks out there that have interest rates as low as 4%, 4.2%. Yes, times are changing, but that's the lowest at rates right now. It's eligible for everybody. Still better than Tesla financing at 5.44%, but definitely check it out if you are interested.